What's your name with that?
Zaf's already reported that he's dropped off the radar. According to my source, that's because he's coming here.
He's coming to London. It's not for the show.
Strain E34 incubates in 18 hours. After that, the carrier coughs up blood. He infects anyone he comes near. And I think your guy in Tehran just blew open a case of it.
We know that Asnik is carrying a highly contagious virus.
Oh, God.
If we don't find him within the next few hours, then that pathogen will start spreading across London. They were ambushed. Both Asnik and Zaf taken. Some kind of snatch squad, well-equipped, well-trained.
I'm going to find Zaf. I'm going to find Asnik. And after that, we sit down, you and I, and we work out who did this to us.
He'll infect everyone he passes. We won't be able to control it. You'll be killing thousands of people.
So it's finally happened. After 300 years, a plague is loose on the streets of London.
Seal all the doors. Make sure nobody leaves the building. Get me Harry. Where's Asnik?
In isolation. It's got about an hour, maybe less.
I gotta go now.
What about these people? What's the estimated mortality rate?
Mortality is 94%. But over a limited number of infection cycles, the virus goes off like a bomb, kills as many people as possible, then it quickly mutates.
Leaving the targeted area safe for invasion.
Adam, the average incubation period for this virus is 18 hours. You were infected 2 hours ago. No matter what happens today, in 12 hours, you will be on this quarantine ward. 8% of Greater London. It's in excess of 500,000 people dead inside a week.
Malcolm, we now have to assume that Zaf and those mercenaries are infected with the plague.
Okay, we're in. Angus Leonard, here he is. This lists a number of properties in Leonard's name, shell companies.
Garages, lockups.
At least half a dozen of them spread all over London. There's a secure location in one of Leonard's company names, a machine tooling business about a quarter of a mile east of where Adam was injected. Clear! Clear!
6 of them. And there were only 5 mercenaries. Single shot through the base of the skull, soaked with accelerant and burned. Their bodies were fused together. It'll take forensics time to separate them, let alone identify them.
Until we're sure Zaf was one of the bodies, we have to concentrate on this.
This is all Copenhagen's work. He planned for the virus to be released in Iran, not here. He's just clearing up after his own mess. Whoever he is, we track him down.
No, right now, anyone who came within 6 feet of Mehar Naznik is a potential carrier of this disease. 22 of them are already here in quarantine. How many more did he pass in the street? We have to locate and identify every one of them, get them in here before they become contagious.
It's been a mere 2 hours since the outbreak of Watson Edwards Hospital will only confirm is an infectious tropical disease.
Just enough to lure them back.
And what scared them away?
Okay, Asnik was kicked out here. The Good Samaritan picked him up here, and this is their route to the hospital, less than a quarter of a mile. Now, these are the people who passed within transmissible distance. Pending identification, each has been assigned a number.
See what resources you can reassign to the facial recognition software. We need those IDs as soon as possible. Joe, can you liaise with SO19?
11 a.m. has been asked as a precaution to report to main reception for tests.
We have until midnight before the Home Secretary imposes a national quarantine.
It doesn't matter. Either we control this thing right now or it wins. As simple as that. Harry, the virus was released in Tehran half a day before it reached London. Perhaps half a day closer to solving the problem. Maybe Anna's heard something inside the embassy.
She knows who you are, Adam. The woman hates you.
Hate's good. What can you say?
Okay, our first hit. Vector 45. Karen Dugan, born Ipswich, 1963.
Karen Dugan?
Yeah?
Could you come with us, please?
No, I'm going to hold. Please get back to me straight away. I'll leave that information as quickly as possible.
What's the position?
Yeah, so far, SO19 and the Met have picked up 33 out of 97 identified disease vectors. They estimate another 20 will be in custody and quarantined within the hour.
And the others?
All security departments are primed with cell phone numbers and credit card details. Any of the identified vectors makes a call or fills their tank ready to move.
What if they don't? What if they don't make a call? What if they don't use their credit card?
Cards on the table, Bob. We've got a big problem. Please don't be offended if I suggest you might be in possession of the solution.
I wish I was in a position to be offended, Harry, but you and I both know I'm not.
We've got wild vectors. Carriers we can't trace. In 18 hours, the infection rate will explode.
Okay. Yesterday, we flew a sample of this new guy direct to Washington, see exactly what we're dealing with, and it turns out what I told you yesterday was correct. It's of U.S. origin, strain E34. And Saddam had someone cook it up a little, stir it around. Russians, maybe, Indians. Hell, the French at a push. We're working on a therapeutic vaccine right now and see if we can't retrofit the strain we've already got. And the DNA sequence has gone to your guys at Porton Down, but we need time.
We don't have time.
In the face of mounting international concern, the government in Iran continues to maintain that a large chemical spillage was responsible for yesterday's Tehran explosion. However, images obtained by the BBC appear to show emergency personnel in nuclear biological chemical suits lining up at the body bags in the restricted zone. These images will also make for fever debate in the United Nations, where plans for their sanctions against
Oh, yeah. Follow me. Anna. Please sit.
No.
This is Mihar Naznik. Iranian. Yesterday, he arrived in England and he brought something back with him, a virus that mimics pneumonic plague. Iran acquired it as a weapon and somehow, God knows how it got loose. It's killing people in Tehran as we speak. And now it's loose in London, too. This is what it does, Anna. Look, Anna.
Make the lie big, make it simple, keep saying it, and eventually they'll believe it. Well, not me, Peter. After whatever you are.
Anna,
Not
Iran
again.
acquired it as a weapon. They wouldn't have done that without a failsafe, a vaccine. We believe it might be somewhere in the embassy, your home. This is your chance to save thousands of lives, Anna. Maybe tens of thousands.
And what now? I'm to consider you noble? You slept with me.
It's easy to be principled and brave when there's nothing at stake. This is your chance
Why
to
you
do
didn't
something you
mention
believe
principles? You lied to me. You used me.
Anna.
My body, the car.
Listen.
Just thinking about it makes me want to throw
People are
up.
going to die. Innocent people who don't care much about politics or religion or any of the rest of it. This is your chance to do something about it! I'm not going to apologise to you again, Anna, because you're right. I'm a liar, but I am going to ask for your help again. I'll beg if you want me to.
Not if you were dying in the street.
I might be. I spent time with Asnik yesterday. I'm infected with this thing too. It's all right, I'm not a danger to you, not yet. I brought this thing back, Anna. I didn't mean to, but I did.
How long do you have?
A few hours.
Lie. If you're lying, I'll find out.
Lying? I don't have time to lie. We have to find that vaccine.
In the face of continued accusations about the illegal manufacturing and transporting of chemical or biological weapons, the Iranian government has emitted strong denials of any wrongdoing. In the last few minutes, however, a statement from the White House expressed grave concerns about the implications of this catastrophe and promised the sternest of responses if evidence points
What kind of country would allow this to happen?
This was done to us, not by us.
And what is Tehran doing to help these people? Why aren't they administering a vaccine? There must be a vaccine. They wouldn't be fools enough, would they, to buy the poison and not the antidote?
So many dead, and all you do is whack your finger.
His last known address was Parkgate Road. Where does he work?
Malcolm, the unacquired vector?
11 remaining.
Adams, the Iranians have the vaccine?
Not sure.
Wasn't Anna forthcoming?
No, not yet. It's too early to tell.
What, we're still considering her an asset?
Yes. Yes, we are.
So where do we go from here?
We may be too late to rein this thing in, but someone somewhere knows about a therapeutic vaccine and we have to find them.
Actually, I have a suggestion. Apart from the Americans who made it, we know of 3 countries capable of modifying strain E34 and reselling it to Iraq. France, India, and Russia.
So, one of these countries will have access to the vaccine, and their top spies will know about it. How do we establish who that is?
By asking. And forcing an answer.
What, we abduct and threaten spies from friendly nations?
Yes.
That's a very dangerous precedent to set. Once it starts, where does it stop?
It won't be pretty. We'll be leaving British agents open to reprisal attacks, both home and abroad, our entire network. It'll be spy on spy.
If you want to agonise, then agonise tomorrow. Because unless we respond effectively to this situation now, we're going to have 500,000 dead Londoners on our conscience. So let's go.
So how long have you got before you're contagious?
Long enough.
Adam.
7 hours. You want to start keeping a distance?
No.
Excuse me. I need to see my children. I need to see my children.
Did you come alone?
That's what you asked. Why the secrecy?
I need your help.
Just say the word.
It's the old spy's curse, Bob. I find it hard to believe someone when I know if I were in their place, I'd lie.
Harry.
I think you're lying to me. I think if you don't have the vaccine, then you know where it can be found.
Of course you think that. I wish you were right, I really do. I know how to cover my ass, Harry. If I had the vaccine, I'd give it to you. My wife is with me. She lives here. I'm as scared as you are.
Somehow I doubt that's true.
Yeah. What do you mean a problem?
Hey. What the hell is this? You're about 89 kilos, aren't you, Bob?
Don't worry, Bob. You'll be fine. About an hour.
Do you have any experience in this line of work? I mean, I don't want to make it sound awful, but it's not for everyone. I would not like my daughter to do this job.
I haven't just hopped off the hay cart, Mr. Kuznetsov.
Then come to me now.
Here?
Yeah. Right here. Right now.
Do you want to undress?
Of course not. I would like you to.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Yes?
Really sorry, I think you dropped this.
No, I don't.
He knows. Morning, Nerov.
How are you?
Good. Adam, is it? I'm going to ask you to come with me, Nerov.
Are you armed?
No.
I am. Look.
People have been separated from their families, pulled out of their workplaces, and in some instances taken off the streets. People are understandably scared. So, Home Secretary, in the light of this, how do you respond to the reported Whitehall leak, which identifies this tropical disease as an outbreak of MRSA?
Well, obviously, there is a great deal of understandable...
The MRSA was a fine idea, well done.
But at the
Come in.
moment, there's no evidence...
Home Secretary, the Russian delegation is here.
Well, let's get on with it.
Between guesswork and rumour that will panic and confuse those families who are affected by this virus. We have medical professionals working intensely on each patient and have ensured that no one anywhere will be infected.
And now for a look at this morning's weather.
You might have called ahead.
Didn't want to spoil the surprise.
By which I can only assume my calls are still being monitored. Oh, this is what they're getting to work with these days, is it?
Have you got a minute?
I'm busy.
It'll be a quick minute.
Well, make sure you wipe your shoes. You too, Malcolm. Come on. Come in from the cold. So, Harry. Malcolm, how's the lovely Sarah?
Sarah wasn't to be, I'm afraid.
Oh, no, it was too good for her. She had a second-rate mind and fat thumbs.
Well, perhaps she did at that.
And no new ring on your finger, Harry?
Can't find one that fits. Connie, I need your help.
And I suppose the service thinks I owed a favour.
No. The debt is owed by the service to you. It always was. I know that.
As you've never failed to mention in all your many letters and phone calls. Very well then, let's get it over with.
Malcolm, I don't want you to see this. Understood. Thank you.
Bring them in. One by one, please. There's a
bioweapons research facility. Back in the days when we called it germ warfare. The MOD sold me the land cheap when I retired. They like to have watchdog old spooks maintaining their more sensitive properties. Through me. This way.
You've really lost it, Harry. It's even for 1 second.
Then I'll get away with this. Come on, Bob. Do you think I can?
What exactly is that?
It's blood. Taken from the veins of a man who died earlier today.
What killed him is a weaponized virus. The virus is carried on the air in minute particles. It's called aerosol distribution.
You breathe it in, you die. Unless you've already been vaccinated. Or have ready access to the vaccine.
If you do this, my operation will track you down and kill you.
Then let's hope we both live long enough and be able to give it a try.
This is a guy who's so morally opposed to extraordinary rendition.
This isn't extraordinary rendition, Bob. This is kidnapping.
And torture. You were never much of a fan of that either.
I don't like to call it that these days, do we? Don't want to offend anyone.
Jesus Christ, Harry.
The vaccine, Bob. Because we're almost done here.
Harry, don't do this. Don't do this. You're too young to remember much about the Cold War. But my generation, we lived every day with the possibility of Armageddon. End of the world, the living will envy the dead. Unlike some, I never had much taste for it. Running a few hookers, lifting a little corporate intelligence. I like the world like this.
Edit, what are you trying to say?
There is something you should know.
You're not actually going to make me do this, are you?
I don't know anything about the vaccine.
Not good enough, I'm afraid.
But I can help maybe with your missing officer. Zef is his name, no?
He claims a French surveillance team witnessed the bodies being burned, but the Zaf was led away.
He's lying, Oz.
Well, he knows something.
He's a spy. He's got partial information. He's extrapolating, telling us what we want to hear. It's a trap. They'll be down on you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're probably right, Harry, and if that happens, I'll live with it. But what happens if he's genuinely trying to buy his freedom, selling the only thing in his gift? I haven't administered the virus. If Cuvier is telling the truth, it could lead us to Zaf. That could lead us to whoever did this to us. Then we can identify Copenhagen.
God knows we all wish Zaf was alive. We all want to deal with Copenhagen. But operational priority right now has to be this vaccine.
Harry.
Since maybe 6 hours ago, Russia and Britain have been negotiating a price for the vaccine. What? You really know nothing about it?
Two choices, Eric. My time is very short. Either you tell us where the vaccine is, or we make you.
We don't want to do that, but we will. Believe me.
The vaccine is already here. But if I help you, Russia will kill me. And also you.
So?
According to Kuznetsov, the Home Secretary is already negotiating with the Russians to secure the vaccine.
That's good, isn't it?
They're refusing to meet Russia's terms.
What terms?
What could they possibly be asking for with so many lives at stake?
Something too big to concede. What? I don't know, and nor does Kuznetsov. It's a cabinet-to-cabinet thing, red telephones, all the rest of it. Politicians.
You're really in trouble this time, aren't you?
I've ordered the kidnapping and attempted murder of 4 foreign spies, including a key man of the CIA. And all this to source a vaccine the government may already have secured without deigning to tell its own security services.
Same old thing, eh? Between the devil and the deep blue sea. So what will you do?
I can't risk my officers on Kuznetsov's uncorroborated word. I've nothing on my sleeve.
You won't let them hear that. I don't care how you feel. To them, you're Harry Pierce, the still point to the turning world, and you won't let them see you like this.
Russians might have the vaccine, Whitehall might be gambling with British lives, so let's take control of this thing. We take Kuznetsov at his word. If he's lying, we deal with it, then we look somewhere else. If that falls through, we look somewhere else, and we keep looking until we get our hands on the vaccine. Agreed?
They'll have your head, Harry.
Malcolm, Connie.
Where are you? Harry's scared stiff.
Hush, now I need you to do something for me.
Oh, no, Connie, I would if I could, but today is not the day for asking.
Yes, I need you to do something about my security clearance. It's suspended, you know.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can, Malcolm. I mean, all I need is, say, level 4, just to get me through the door. Monkey could do that, couldn't it? A monkey?
Connie.
In about 1 minute, I'm going to swan into the Home Office. If I don't have security clearance, they'll arrest me. So do get on with it.
Please, come on.
Malcolm, I want details of the Home Secretary's confidential PA.
You mad old fool, you'll get yourself shot.
Maggie? Maggie Dibdin? May I?
Yes.
Maggie, my name's Bernice. I'm from Human Resources. I'm afraid you have to call home.
Home? Why?
Well, no, nobody's been hurt, and Josh is quite all right. Josh? He's fine. Look, I know your boss is in and out every 2 seconds, so if you want more privacy to call home, you're quite at liberty to use my office. It's on the 2nd floor. Chop, chop.
Yes, thank you.
Where's Maggie?
I'm afraid Maggie's been called away, Home Secretary. Personal emergency. We've called for a replacement.
We met?
Several times, yes.
Well, just let me know when the replacement's here the moment she arrives. And we need some more drinks in there, please.
Absolutely.
Stop the car.
What? What's wrong?
Harry was right. Zaf's gone. He's gone. And anyway, do you think he'd want you risking the operation like this for his sake? Do you think he'd want you risking yourself? You'd be out there all alone, Roz. No support, no backup.
And what happens if we lose the trail and we can't pick it up? Can you live with the thought of leaving Zaf out in the field? Because I'm not sure I can, Adam. I'm going to call French intelligence. It's the only lead we've got.
I need you. I need you.
No, you don't.
Adam.
God, I'm sorry.
Don't be. We're in this together.
So I think it's maybe time to go get the vaccine.
The Home Secretary has this morning talked about the need for calm following the news of at least one death, with several more patients critical as the MRSA crisis deepens. Several hundred have now been quarantined, but it's feared that the superbug has now spread into the wider population. The health services have been forced to issue a list of symptoms the public should be aware of. These include flu-like symptoms or experiencing respiratory discomfort, aching joints, a rise in body temperature, dizziness, and cough.
You need to come with me.
It's all right, I'm fine.
We really have to leave now.
It'll be all right, really.
Come on. I need to get you to the isolation ward.
But there's nothing wrong with me.
Tell Magritte. Eve hopes she's well.
Stay on this number.
What's going to happen?
Let's get you on the boat.
And what are my chances?
The doctor's coming.
Can I see my family? John and the kids.
For 20 years, the antidote has been buried in Highgate Cemetery. But since this opportunity arose, the Russian operation in London has moved it. All day, the antidote has been passing from officer to officer, safe from detection and ready for quick delivery when our terms are met.
But when you call it in, won't they know something's wrong?
Darling, I'm a senior officer. If I order the vaccine brought to me, they obey.
How long will that be?
Fast, if they believe me. If not, they kill us.
You have Eve. You understand that I want him back.
And you have Zaf?
No. No, we don't have Zaf. So, I hear the CIA is very concerned for its man.
Bless.
You know, I can't recall the last time an allied nation behaved in such a way towards its own. The repercussions don't concern you. The fallout, spy versus spy.
Not disproportionately, no.
Angus Leonard, the mercenary, we've been watching him.
Why?
Rumblings of a coup in French Polynesia. Leonard was to lead it, we think. This is your officer, Zaf, yes? Do you know who your enemies are, Ross?
Well, apparently today it's someone called Copenhagen.
Not today, now, this minute, but historically. Do you know who your real enemies are?
I think I've got a pretty good idea.
If that was so, you would need my help to find your officer. Release our man unharmed tonight. I'll give you what you need.
Give me what I need and we'll release your man.
And now I suppose we'll have to wonder, who wants what more? You have my number, evidently.
Спасибо. So wait for me here. did you say to him? Passwords, codes, no pleasantries.
Put the box here.
Adam, the engine stopped. I think they're coming back.
You must have been alerted. Hey, I told you. No lies! No lies! They must have been alerted to my disappearance. I swear. What plan?
You take the vaccine. I'll keep them at bay.
Yeah.
You need to get that vaccine to the hospital, and you need to take it as soon as possible. Just go. Go. Eric, I need your help. For both our sakes.
What?
On your knees. Yeah.
You know what you're doing, no?
You can shoot me if you like, but I'll take your senior officer with me.
Actually, she's not lying.
I swear to God.
Where's the case?
I swear to God. I swear to God.
You go.
Okay. You took your time. Have the gun, please.
What do you take me for? Moscow want a word with you, Eric. It's curious what other operational secrets you might have given up. What happened to the case?
Take me to St. Edwin's Hospital.
How soon can you get an armed response team to Joe's position?
We can't get an armed response there in less than 8 minutes.
Get bodies down there in numbers as quickly as possible.
Joe?
Unfortunately, no. Bring it back.
Bring what back?
Bring back the antidote, or she will be shot.
I'm not coming back no matter what you do, so...
Why do it? What's the point? You have 2 minutes. I'll never make it in 2 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes
At least, just give me 5
You
minutes.
have
2 minutes. Okay. Look, don't do anything. I'm turning around. I'm coming, please. Just don't do it.
Should I turn round?
Just keep going.
You know he's not coming back.
He is coming back.
Malcolm.
How long till SO-19 get there?
You're not turning back.
No, Malcolm, I'm not turning back.
How soon?
SO-19 on their way. In time? No.
Give me the Home Secretary. One of my officers is about to die doing her duty, so you use whatever leverage you have with the Russians and get them to call off their dogs.
How? By doing what?
Say anything for now. Agree a price.
Any price, just get them to stop. I'm almost there. I'm 2 minutes away at most.
Time is up.
Please don't hang up, don't hang up, don't kill her, don't kill her.
He's a cold one, your friend.
The benefits of a public school education.
I'm sorry.
Alexei, there is no need to do this. Killing her doesn't help leverage the situation, does it?
Leverage the situation. You've been in London too long.
And you're not thinking like a field agent? I know you are. Please don't do it. Think. Use your brain.
Don't presume to order me, Eric.
I'm not ordering you. Please listen to me. Shut up. Listen to me. Shut up.
I don't think so, Alexei. Eric. I said I don't think so, Alexei. Are you okay?
Go to the hospital. You need to check in.
I'll get help.
So close, huh?
Pretty close.
You okay?
Still here. You?
Still here.
Joe. It was a difficult thing to do. But it was the right thing.
I know that. I just wanted to see if you'd say that to my face.
She's scared. It's frightening knowing we'd all make the same choice.
I'm hungry. I can't remember the last time I ate. I could cook.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I cook.
I know. Okay, come back to mine. I'll throw something together. If I can find anything in the fridge.
Jana.
It worked then. She's an asset.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know you can't trust her, don't you? You can't trust her because she's in love with you.
I wouldn't call it that.
Call it what you like, Adam. It makes her unpredictable. Just be careful.
I'm always careful.
Take the call.
Anna. Yeah. Me too, of course. That'd be great. I'll let you know where.
documented proof of what the government considered to be acceptable British casualties. Thousands of people dead if you hadn't found that vaccine, which means you've got them where you want them. For 5 minutes. Now, the men who were in my boarding house...
We got them out the way we got them in. They'll never know where they were. You're safe. Besides which, Connie, you're no use to me stuck at the back of Beyond, feeding the geese and mucking out the pigs. I need you where you belong. Back on the grid.
I've long past all that. No, the service already chewed me up and spat me out once. Never again.
You can consider that history permanently and officially erased. I need you, Connie. Malcolm needs you. I don't want some cold-eyed, fast-track postgraduate on the grid. I need someone I can really, really trust.
Well, I'll give it my urgent consideration.
Around 100 patients were taken in today to be treated for the virus, many of whom have since complained about their treatment whilst in quarantine. All have now shown a full recovery. The Home Secretary expressed his...
This leads to a dead end, Ross. The French don't know where Zaf is any more than we do.
We know that wasn't Zaf's body on that bonfire.
What?
I've just heard back from forensics. The sixth body, the one we took to be his, it wasn't. It was some poor vagrant shot in the head and piled on to make up the numbers. Whoever's got Zaf, I think they're keeping him alive. I'm going to follow up the Magritte lead. See if it leads to Copenhagen.
Have you spoken to Harry?
Harry will nix it, you know that.
Go.
I'll cover you for 24 hours. After that, it becomes official.
I know. Thanks, Adam.
Take care.
Incident with Iran's fingerprints on it. We won't be able to restrain the Americans.
Some sort of cargo plane's come down right near the American base at Hillside.
Local reports of a collision. Witnesses describe some sort of object, possibly a missile.
Harry, that wasn't my doing.
Bob, we're close to the edge here.
Let me enlighten you. The British bombed your train.
Any idea where Roz is?
Following the lead on Zaf.
You wanted to find out where your friend Zaf is.
Zafar Yunis is already dead.